Yo, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be ranking every Golden Age Call of Duty from worst to best. Disclaimer, I think all of these games are A and S tier worthy, and these rankings kind of hurt me a bit. At our number 6 spot, we have Call of Duty 4. Multiplayer set the standard on what COD should be and hasn't changed since, but this game, of course, doesn't age well. Like, it is completely dead, but other than that, this game still bangs if you can find a lobby. Campaign-wise, this was an amazing experience. That nuke scene shocked me as a kid, but I think World at War, is just a better game overall because it introduced that third mode, zombies, which wasn't even seen yet in COD, and became one of the most popular modes, like third side modes of all time in video game history. But yeah, pretty much COD 4 Modern Warfare 1, it's an amazing game, and even if it is the worst of the Golden Age, which I think it is objectively, people's nostalgia might be different, but for me, I have to say World at War holds more to me. Speaking of, my number 5 spot is World at War. People dog on World at War because it's COD 4 but then World at War 2, which is true only for multiplayer. Let's talk about how this game introduced zombies. Even if it wasn't the best, zombies, that's kind of besides the point. It introduced it. The campaign on the game is the darkest in the series, and the storytelling is immaculate. Multiplayer is so fun. Dome, castles, subpens, Macon, and hangars are all iconic in the community, and even the bad maps are still decent. This game also allows you to drive in certain maps like you could do in Call of Duty 3, but it was just executed much more better because of the engine change, and of course the map design in World at War was better. But yeah, the tanks were kind of cancerous at times, I will not deny that. But other than that, World at War is a very solid game. At my number 4 spot, we have Modern Warfare 3. I played Modern Warfare 3 in its prime and have a lot of memories on it. The campaign was really solid and had memorable set pieces like the attack on New York City and you having to defend that, or sneaking onto that plane. Or not sneaking on, you're on the plane, that the plane gets blown up. That shit was sick. Multiplayer from MW3 definitely did Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer better in the sense where things were actually balanced. My only issue with the multiplayer was kind of the maps, such as Downturn, Interchange, and Bootleg. Sure, we all have our moments where we just hate those maps, but there was a mode in this game called Modern Warfare 3 which had the 3 best maps in that game: Dome, Mission, and Terminal. So that makes up for that. Also, Arcaden, Hard Hat, Carbon, Lockdown, and Seatown were straight fucking fire. Had the best Spec Ops, I think. It introduced Infected. Survival mode on Underground went hard, but if there's so much positivity on this game from me, then why is it lower? Well, to be honest, it's because it wasn't original. Like, it literally was just Modern Warfare 2, but in Modern Warfare 3. At least World at War added shit. The only thing this game added was Infected, and that is the only thing that really stayed. Oh yeah, and score streaks, but, fuck score streaks. So yeah, I'll take points off just for that. Also, you just cannot rank MW3 higher than Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and of course the infamous Modern Warfare 2. Or, I guess it's not, the infamous, it's pretty fucking popular and everyone loves it. Yeah, bad choice in words. But yeah, I love Modern Warfare 3. This game holds lots of memories. I remember when we got this game, actually. I was a Christmas noob. We were Christmas noobs, when I got this game. But, other than that, I loved it. This was literally the first COD game I actually played. My first was COD 4, but I only played campaign. This was the first game because I was old enough, not that old. Like, I was really, really young. I have no clue how I got my hand on this game. Like, I was so damn young, dude. You don't even understand. I don't want to say my age though, but yeah, I was a youngin' when this one came out. But even if I was a youngin', this game was fucking fire. You know, first COD, so I have lots of memories, and yeah, I'm putting it higher than World at War in COD 4. Even though this was definitely the biggest fucking cash grab, like, ever. This is one of the cash grabs they've done in the COD franchise, which, yeah. But I can't rank it lower than World at War because I played this one. This is my first COD. I have lots of nostalgia for this one. I have lots of memories. I am completely biased on this one. Most people would put this as the worst one in the Golden Age, but I just can't do that, and I hope you guys understand. Modern Warfare 2, like, really, you can't put this higher than MW2. I just cannot see it. So yeah, it's just getting the middle ranking. Speaking of, at our number 3 spot, we have Modern Warfare 2, the iconic campaign. R.I.P. Ghost, by the way, is, like, in my opinion, this game has the best maps for multiplayer, like Rust, Terminal, High Rise, Scrapyard, and Afghan. The maps I didn't name are also pretty fire. There was only so little maps that I actually didn't enjoy, like Derail, Estate, Invasion, and Karachi, but the maps that are good are fucking fire, which I don't even have to name them. Like, you know what those maps are. This game first introduced Spec Ops, and it's been in every MW game since. The guns were fire, like the intervention or the ACR. I mean, every gun in this game was fucking broken, but the ACR, the UMP, and the intervention, those are the 3 most broken fucking guns in this game's history. Or, yeah, just in MW2. My number 2 spot is Black Ops 1. I also played through its prime, and that is another reason, or a reason why I'll put it higher than MW2. I started playing MW2, like, sometime in 2011, kind of just after its peak. People were on BO1 and MW3. So, the campaign in this game is the best in that the franchise has to offer, and the zombies is just iconic as fuck. Kino der Toten, Ascension, Call of the Dead, and the amazing ending to Black Ops 1, Moon. I mean, I know people have their opinions on Moon, but come on, that Easter egg is just sick. I don't understand the hatred for Moon. That Easter egg is sick. You know, the multiplayer is also really, really strong. This is where I was struggling where to put BO1 at, because the maps are just so sick, like, and the drag scoping on the snipers. But back to the maps, the DLC maps that I enjoyed were Hazard, Drive-In, Zoo, Kowloon, Convoy, and Hotel. Those were only DLC maps and has a strong selection. Launch maps such as Summit, Radiation, the iconic Nuketown, Jungle, the iconic Firing Range, Grid, and Villa. All of them are absolute bangers. I didn't dislike any map that this game actually had to offer. Like, even the maps that I didn't really enjoy because they were too big, like WMD or Berlin Wall, those are the 2 that I'll name drop. But even then, I have fucking memories on those maps. Even though they're probably the worst in the game, they're still pretty fire, and I would play them over any of the new maps that Call of Duty has been pumping out. Like, just mad respect to BO1. The guns too, like the Galil, the Commando, the Op. Yes, I call it the fucking Op. But yeah, the Op. The AUG. Yeah, the AUG is pretty lit too. This game had a great amount of guns, and yeah, it deserves the number 2 spot. I love this game. Finally, at my number 1 spot I have is Black Ops 2. Now let me go off on this real quick. Starting off with the campaign. This campaign had me tense, and most people tense, the whole way through. Do you guys remember the first time you killed Mason? Like, the absolute shock we were all in, if, you know, we fell for it and just wasn't really paying attention and shot Mason in the head. That was pretty fucking sad. Raul Menendez is one of, if not the best villain in COD campaign history. Section was a great protagonist. Woods exceeded his role perfectly, and watching his life go to hell and him going crazy was actually really disappointing to watch. Hudson's death is kind of well deserved. He's kind of a fucking rat, I won't lie. I know Mason doesn't actually die. Like, canonly, he doesn't die. You're supposed to shoot him in the leg, but Hudson is still kind of a bitch for doing all that. He could have just sacrificed his life, and that entire thing would have probably been avoided. But at the same time, you feel bad because he mentions he has a whole family, wife and kids, and his throat gets fucking slit and both legs shot off. That is actually insane. The multiplayer was just absolute gold. Literally every map but Drone, Magma, and Aftermath is amazing. Let me just name some of them. Dig, Frost, Uplink, Rush, Grind, Downhill, Hydro, Studio, Cove, Nuketown, and Encore, and those were only the DLC maps. The launch maps, my favorite launch maps, are Standoff, Slums, Raid, Plaza, Hijacked, Express, Carrier, and Cargo. And the maps that I didn't name are also really good, but I don't think they're the best. Like, I don't know. Yemen, it's great and all, but like, I'm not excited to play Yemen. Like, I'm not playing BO2 to play Yemen, you know what I mean? The gun selection is fucking amazing, bro. The MSMC with Ballista was an absolute blast, and the pre-patch DSR was fire. Let me know if you guys remember the pre-patch DSRs. That was one of my best memories on BO2 was pre-patch DSR. Some of the underrated guns, such as the M-Tartan crossbow, even the ballistic knife, they were really both fun to use, like just to fuck around with. Party games were brought back from Black Ops 1 and MW 3, such as Gun Game, and I'm pretty sure this actually introduced, not Sticks and Stones, but I think One in the Chamber. Black Ops 2 felt like the ultimate package for COD. Amazing launch, amazing DLCs, they perfectly executed the microtransactions such as the camos, reticles, and calling cards for only $2, and you get that whole pack. Excluding the Reagan Mark II and the Peacekeeper, that was kind of scummy, but that's besides the point, everything else makes up for it. Now, the zombies had a rough start with Transit. That's a huge yikes. And Die Rise, but majority of it was fire like Nuketown, a challenging yet fun map. Mob of the Dead, the best map with storytelling yet, also keeping the classic Zombies identity. Buried, a fun map, a very fun, chill, easy map with lots of great set pieces like the maze, the starting room, the jug hallway, and of course the ghost house. Also had a great Easter egg. You had two endings, one with Maxis and the other with Richtofen. I'm pretty sure the Richtofen one is canon. I probably am wrong, though. I don't really remember. Buried perfectly ended the Ultimus/Victus story, and then finally Origin setting us up for another story, both the classics characters. Complicated Easter egg, but it was fun to learn, unlike Black Ops 4 Zombies, where the Easter eggs make me never want to play that game again, which is truly sad, because, like, BO4 had a lot of potential, and they dropped the ball hard. But yeah, that is my reasoning for putting Black Ops 2 at number 1. Let me know in the comments if you agree, and peace.